Senator Enoch.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to make a contribution to this bill. From the onset, Mr. Speaker, I support the bill. Mr. Speaker, so that we put our house in order, and because this is a very important bill, an opportunity for us to show true bipartisanship. I would have expected that the leader of majority would have asked the leader of minority to second the bill, in which case then we would have carried the hours together. Then the able senator, the chairman of the Environment Committee, would have come first to make a contribution to the bill. The Speaker, next time the leader of majority calls a special sitting, then consideration must be given to the minority side. The Speaker, having said that, I say that in this bill, we have an opportunity to make a lot of things that have gone wrong to make them right. The Speaker, I am encouraged that in a few days, the global south, in fact the entire world, will be coming to Kenya. So Kenya will be hosting the globe to discuss matters environment, to discuss matters climate change. And Mr. Speaker, this presents us as a leadership in this country then to put our best foot forward as we receive the world to discuss climate change issues. The Speaker, while moving this bill, the majority leader made reference to a distinction between planting trees and growing trees. The Speaker, I think a time has come, and now is, when all of us as leaders then must begin to think of viable initiatives that will culminate in every plant that is planted, every tree that is planted, to grow to maturity. Mr. Speaker, it is one thing to say that we want to plant 15 billion trees. It's achievable. But out of those 15 billion trees that we plant, how many will grow to maturity? That is a conversation that we must have as leaders, and the beauty about climate, Mr. Speaker, is that it knows no side. It doesn't know the leadership in the minority or the majority. It affects all of us equally. So, Mr. Speaker, we need to come up with initiatives to grow trees. Mr. Speaker, I heard yesterday, and I've been hearing this story, that El Nino is on the way. The Speaker, we must find a silver lining, even in that extreme weather condition. This is the opportunity now for regions of this country that are known to be rain deficit to move with speed and put in place measures to grow as many trees as possible. And in fact, even as we grow those trees, then we encourage sections of this country, counties in this country, to formally enter in the carbon market. The Speaker, going to the bill, I want to say that this bill has come to us a bit late. We must be our own critics. We must be able to look ourselves in the mirror and tell us the truth. That, Mr. Speaker, we are amending a bill that was passed in 2016. Matters climate move very fast. This actually should be a fourth or a fifth amendment to the 2016 bill. But, Mr. Speaker, because we have to deal with it as it is, And as we deal with it, Mr. Speaker, we are actually in a race against time in the eyes of the world to tick boxes, because that's what we are doing. Now we have visitors coming in a few days. We have to be seen to belong, so we have to pass this bill. For that reason, we have called a special sitting of the Senate so that we fast track this bill. Mr. Speaker, going forward, it is only important that as leadership we are proactive on matters that affect us as a nation. Mr. Speaker, we are, as a country, we are a state party to the Paris Agreement on climate change, and so we must lead ourselves by example, knowing, the Speaker, that we are the headquarters of the United Nations Environment Program. We in the entire world, when on matters environment, the entire world, they bows before Nairobi. The Speaker, for that reason alone, and then the Speaker, for us to host UNEP is not an easy thing. Germany, you know, all of us know that Germany has really been pushing to relocate UNEP to Bonn. They have even constructed an entire headquarters. They're just waiting for that day that will get a node to relocate UNEP from Nairobi to Bonn in Germany. The Speaker, because of that, we must be very, very proactive on matters environment as a country. The bill, Mr. Speaker, so that I don't take a lot of time on it, the bill is though late, is timely to the extent that it seeks to mainstream the role and functions of the youth within the council, the Climate Change Council. I'm actually, Mr. Speaker, taken aback because the mother bill, the mother act, did not think that the youth should have a role in the council. This amendment recognizes the role of young people in the council. And this is important because when we talk, even when we talk agriculture, Mr. Speaker, we all say we want to make agriculture young, we want to make farming young, we want to encourage young people when they leave school, instead of going to look for jobs, they can employ themselves in the farms. Now, Mr. Speaker, is an opportunity, because the young people have been mainstreamed in the council, for them to even be encouraged to start tree plantations and enter the carbon market and begin to earn from it, Mr. Speaker. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, this bill, when it comes to regulations, I will be asking the Committee on Delegated Legislation to also be proactive in their engagement with the Cabinet Minister, Secretary responsible for environment, to ensure that, Mr. Speaker, these things, beyond the definitions that are given in this bill, it is important, especially for the county governments, to be taken through a capacity building initiative to understand how to deal with carbon credits, carbon market, and all those jargons around the carbon trading, Mr. Speaker. It is important that county governments will understand how they can establish county forests, and how those county forests could actually begin to become a major source of own source revenue. You know, Mr. Speaker, devolution, as we know it, is supposed to be progressive in a way that at some point, county governments should be generating a lot more revenue for themselves and their expenditure than the money that they receive from the exchequer. This is an opportunity, Mr. Speaker, for county governments to enter into the carbon market, to establish as many forests as we can, to begin trading in carbon from their own resources. Mr. Speaker, with those many, many remarks, I support the bill.
Senator Mungatana.
Bwana Spika,